to Donation Day.
Yeah, for those that don't know, you know. We know you know, but there's 3 people who don't know. Donation Day is the day where we collect some of the more obscure whiskeys that you're not necessarily going to be able to find on the shelf, and we put them on Donation Day because they're still worth going through. And if you are so lucky as to be near one of these whiskeys, occasionally we find a diamond in the rough. Occasionally, occasionally we discover something that is amazing. It just needs better distribution.
From Patrick Bologna. I had a gift.
What is this here?
It's a
dragon? It's a book. Oh, okay. It's a book.
It's a bookworm.
Worm, yeah.
That's my dad joke gift t-shirt.
Good job, Patrick. Way to
okay, wow, this feels weird to
exacerbate.
See gray in that screen. Okay.
Exacerbate.
This is from Jason Abram and Nicole Kostelek.
Jason Abram and Nicole Kostelek, you magnificent bastards.
Alright, this is Wigle.
Oh.
And it's Oaxaca Rye.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh, it's Wigle.
Yeah.
So there are a few distilleries that excite me and terrify me as much as Wigle, because they have some of the best whiskey that I have experienced from America, and some of the, in my opinion, no, this is not at all enjoyable whiskey. And we'll see.
This is one of the good ones. It smells amazing. Okay, so on the nose, it's rye, but it's molasses rye.
Molasses rye, and then I get more oak on the nose than I typically get from a rye. I'm definitely getting
and I also get a weird sweetness that I can't pinpoint.
It's not a sharp, aggressive, bitter barrel oak on the rye. It's just like a nice, mature.
There's the rye.
Old oak on the.
There's that Wigle rye coming through now. Finally, when I get past that up front, dense, sweet.
Yeah, brown sugar, man.
Behind that, I'm getting the notes of Wigle rye. Oh yeah, it's dry as shit.
Wow, super dry.
Like sucks the moisture off of your tongue.
That is probably one of the dry. If you like dry whiskeys,
that's it.
You will.
It's just one.
You will adore this.
But it is brown sugar, molasses, finished in rye, spice, and herbs.
And it's weird. It's like the
barrel dry.
It's like the brown sugar note minus any sweet element you get from brown sugar.
Yeah.
If you just got the flavor of brown sugar without the sweetness of brown sugar.
Oh wow, it's true. It really is. And then finishing that, man, you know who would love this? I wonder if Kurt Miller can get his hands on this.
Ooh, I get a finish of cinnamon now.
This is maybe my favorite Wigle that I've tried.
Think cinnamon on the finish of this.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you mean. As you exhale across your tongue, there's like a cinnamon sugar. Like cinnamon toast, like charred, slightly burnt toast.
You just can't get that. You can't get that cinnamon toast out of your head.
I really can't.
So I'm getting some cherry now. A dry cherry, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That's still that mature oak is not dominant, but I'm getting like a nice, stable oaky note from beginning to end. That's good, man.
Now, Oaxaca,
that's really good.
If you remember, is where a pretty world famous spirit is. Everybody knows it. Mezcal.
Okay.
That's what this is. You ready? You're gonna like this story.
Okay.
It's story time, Rex.
I like mezcal.
Pennsylvania Rye and Oaxaca Mezcal. We reached out to a small distillery in Oaxaca to partner on this project. A 5th generation family Oaxaca distillery reminds us of Wigle in many ways. And we set out to trade barrels. They sent us their used Espadan Mezcal barrels, and we sent them our used rye whiskey barrels. Mm-hmm. The first time we tried the exchange, the Mezcal barrels were stolen in Austin. On an unrelated note, we have some Mezcal barrels at the distillery to finish Eleanor. Thankfully, the second attempt worked, and they were able to transfer straight 2-year-old Monongahela rye into Mezcal barrels for a whole year. So 2-year-old rye, 1 year in Mezcal barrels.
Man, that would totally suck to have so much time invested in the barrels and they just disappear.
Just gone. That would be really brutal.
Because it's the time that's invested. It's not just we spent some money.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, because you're talking. If you're trading, it's free. But if you go buy a used barrel, it can be anywhere from $200 to $600-700, depending on what you're getting. But that's nothing compared to it aged something for 10 years before you got your hands on it.
This is definitely a whiskey that you go exploring in. There's a lot going on there.
This keeps changing.
It does.
I would live with this, but I wouldn't eat any food with it, and I wouldn't smoke with it.
Right.
Because I would just want to keep over about an hour trying to figure out what was happening.
That is super interesting. It's good if you like complex, interesting whiskeys that switch it up every time you go back to the glass.
Yes,
All right.
I totally agree. Now we're moving on to Guam.
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 Guam is
Guam's own.
the way.
They're making rum and whiskey, and this is from Matt Burgoon.
Matt Burgoon, you magnificent bastard!
Valentino Perez started this place. He was an ex-financial analyst and commercial banker.
Yeah.
And he has a science degree, so he decided he wants to start a distillery. And then this is one of the products.
Okay, do we know if he's sourcing or making?
I don't know. It's super shiny.
It is very light, bright, sweet, and shiny. Yes.
Yeah,
on this.
and green as heck. Just green.
Yeah, it does smell young, but depending on how these notes actually present on the taste, I'm not too worried because it could still be good. Did you say how old it was?
No, there's no age statement.
No age statement.
I am about to go full snob,
No, this is a very young,
but not on whiskey.
It's a very light color.
It is. Yeah, I'm about to go full snob on this.
Don't go, dude.
What's that font on that label, Rex? You know that's papyrus.
Are you a font snob? Daniel the font snob.
Whoa.
Or you know what though? We should
That's invisible, man.
We should do a label in Comic Sans.
Just. Oh, that would be amazing.
Whenever we inevitably make some whiskey, it's just like not good. We have said we're gonna totally sell it. It's gonna be called "Do Not Buy This Whiskey."
Yeah, that'll be the title submitted to TTV. Do not buy this whiskey.
And then underneath it's like, no, we're not kidding. This isn't a joke. It's not good. Do not spend your money on this.
Yeah.
Don't buy this whiskey. And we'll do like the label in Comic Sans. Just make everything as bad as we can possibly make it. And people try like, oh, it's horrible. It's like, what did we tell you? We told you not to buy the whiskey.
We'll use only leftover bottles from all of our other stuff, so all the bottles are totally different, and the labels aren't fitted to them. So, like, on one bottle it works, and one bottle the label's partway off.
It's like wrapping under the bottom.
Yeah, just push it underneath the edge. Dude, I can't taste anything in this. After that Oaxaca Rye that was just demanding my attention, this tastes totally invisible.
This is very simple, to your point. It's an acetone thin honey sweetness with the slightest twinge of a red apple.
I think the cuts on this were wrong because I'm getting some of these weird fainty notes. I'm also getting that like wet paper kind of nose.
And then a little vanilla shows up on the
It's not offensive.
No, a little vanilla shows up on the end.
It's just funky.
Well, it's not offensive. It's very light is the word. And what flavors are there? You say funky. I don't know about funky.
I think it's funky.
I'm leaning more towards like a pretty generic sweetness there.
I'm thinking like funky.
Very young.
All right, so this is...
And I think that is the whiskey that you could go put in cocktails and it would add a little something. But you're mostly going to get the other elements you put in the cocktail than you would that whiskey.
This is Axe and Oak from John Dingler.
I almost said Axe and Oak from John Dingler, you magnificent bastard. That's not the name.
No, that's not the name.
John Dingler, you magnificent bastard!
All right.
That would be a great name.
Colorado whiskey.
My name is Axe and Oak.
This is, they're sourcing locally and making their own whiskey.
It's like a shiny metallic sheen to that label. It's like a matte...
And I say sourcing, they're sourcing grains locally.
A matte shine to that label. See?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the design. I like the logo. They started in 2013. They started with the promise of new horizons. This is batch 39.
What does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
What does that mean? 46%.
This is a very vanilla nose mixed with a lot of pepper.
We should have ended with the Wigle because that thing
took
was so intense.
This is grainy in the nose. I'm smelling. I wonder how much more of the non-corn is in here. Right?
So I'm getting just several classic things. There's not one that's just completely dominating the other. A little bit of vanilla, a little bit of the dusty corn, a little bit of honey. These are all very classic vanilla notes. None of them are too incredibly overbearing, dominating. It seems nicely balanced on the nose, if not a little bit soft on the nose.
Oh, the taste is really nice. I almost get like a vanilla and cream and coffee type note.
Dude, you're not wrong. Vanilla, cream, a little bit of coffee.
Yeah. It's what I was trying to pinpoint, and I couldn't figure it out. And I think it's that vanilla.
Yeah, this is a whiskey that you enjoy on the taste more than the nose.
Yeah, the nose isn't as... The nose is more of a struggle. The taste is just a really rounded, pretty...
Mm-hmm. I keep trying to find more on the nose. I'm going to forget about the nose. I'm going to do the taste.
I would be willing to bet money that these guys are winning awards wherever they enter, because this is such a drinkable spirit.
Yeah, they got the brown sugar in there. They get the honey in there. Then the finish. You know what I'm not getting out of this is a big apple or a big cherry.
No, there's a little bit of leather in there, though.
And then I'm getting vanilla on the nose finally, after having the taste.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla is presenting on the nose. Yeah, it's nice. I like that.
Yeah, the taste is all vanilla and light, nutty.
And then the coffee note.
Hint of leather, light coffee.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Kind of creamy. Okay, so I'm going to switch to this one next, because I'm not sure whether we're going to like it or not, but this is Herman Marshall. And they're a Texas distillery.
Mm-hmm.
And we've tried some of their stuff before and dug it. They're single malt. But this one is from William and Sarah. I always want to say Pope, but I think it's Poppy.
Poppy?
Poppy.
William and Sarah Poppy!
I don't know.
Just every time.
William, I
know I'm doing this.
I keep forgetting. William, I'm sorry.
William and Sarah Poppy, you magnificent bastard!
I'm thinking, and then you start yelling in my ear, and it freaks me out.
Yeah, it takes me a minute to figure out which side is the front.
Oh, and this is signed by
this is the front.
somebody. Yeah, this is the front.
Okay.
So this is signed by maybe Herman Beckley? Yeah.
Herman Beckley?
Sure.
Is that the main guy? Oh, that guy right there.
Herman. Yeah.
H. Beckley.
Wow, thanks, man.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Sign the thing.
Okay, so this is cool. So there's a St. Arnold brewery, you know?
Yes, I do know.
Okay, so they took the St. right through the wax. All right.
Notes of wax.
Yeah, they took the St. Arnold Divine Reserve. And the St. Arnold Divine Reserve series, it changes based on different batches. This one specifically...
This is a Texas whiskey.
Is the Divine number 16. This is all malts.
Single malt.
Yeah, so couldn't find anything on their website about it, so I went to St. Arnold,
right.
And St. Arnold told us what was in their beer. So what was in the beer is Munich Rach malt, which is a smoky malt.
Right.
Like as in a Rach beer, a German Rach beer.
Right.
Is a smoky beer.
So some people pronounce it Rausch beer.
Or Rach beer.
No.
We're accurate.
Some people pronounce it Rausch beer, and we did a tremendous amount of research, unheard of levels, unprecedented even, and we looked at a YouTube video and it's pronounced Rach malt and Rach beer.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
Yeah. So there's Munich honey malt, Carafa, Melanoiden, and Rach malt. All these different malts, and then they have Bravo and Hirschbrucker malt hops. And
so there's hops in here.
Well, it's possible. So what you don't know is, did they distill the actual beer?
Yeah.
Which, and if they did, then yes, there's hops in there.
Okay, so already on the nose, this is unique. This is a tangent from what you get out of classic American single malt whiskeys.
I'm not smelling the Rach beer. I am smelling what I think is the hoppy note.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's densely sweet. It's melon. It's honeydew melon on the nose.
So it's like it's throwing me off because this hops note. It's like it's. I think there's so many things vying for your attention that it really twists that hop note into something that I am kind of curious to get into. Usually, when I find a hoppy note in a whiskey, I'm not into it.
Yeah. You know what else I'm getting is the sugar daddies. Remember those sugar daddy caramel chewy candy things?
Yeah. You getting a sugar daddy?
Sugar daddies and honeydew melon, and then there's some dark malty notes.
I'm getting an Earl Grey tea that's been cooled off, right? It's not hot. It's been sitting there.
I think it's going to be Earl Grey mixed with some other floral.
Well,
in
addition to the things that you're saying there.
Oh
wow,
that's pretty.
I like that.
Wow, me too. I thought the hops were going to take over, and they really didn't.
They're
there.
It's a perfect amount of just an accent. Just a little tiny.
Yeah, it makes it almost like a peated accent in like Talisker or Oban, where the smoke isn't taking over, but it's definitely there.
But you can pick it out, you can find it. It's just a little flourish. But the other things that are going on, which take up most of the bandwidth on this whiskey.
Man, I was not expecting to like this, and I really like it.
It feels. So the notes have character, they have density, but the feel of the whiskey on your mouth, on your palate, is light and fizzy, springy.
Yeah, the aftertaste is what's reminding me of a beer.
Yeah.
What lingers in my mouth is that I just took a sip of a beer.
Right.
That's the aftertaste.
I am very, very glad we got to experience this whiskey because so far the batting average for us to get into a whiskey that has some really strong beer-based origins is like, you're just doing some hoppy stuff.
We've hated every single one.
This
until now.
Yeah, this is exceptional for what we've had.
The nose
compared
is
to what
more
we've had
so.
up to date.
Wow, and it's 50% alcohol. It does not taste like
I would say like mid-40s is what.
Yeah, I would have said 43 to 46 just based on how it rolls on the tongue.
So
this is so damn drinkable.
Caramel, brown sugar, and this is going to sound crazy. Caramel, brown sugar.
You're crazy.
Carbonated soda water.
Huh?
Like the little bit of like that carbonated.
Like Topo Chico?
Yeah, a little bit of Topo Chico, that fizzy, and then also the sour that comes with the water.
Oh, whoa.
A little bit of vanilla on the finish if you let it sit.
So,
for a while. And then that flourish of what I think is hops. I feel like this is a hoppy accent.
The nose jumps out of the glass when you add water. Instantly, all these floral components start showing out of bitters.
Okay, so this is
with water added.
An exploration whiskey.
Absolutely. Oh. Yeah.
Brought out some more of the sweetness.
It really did. I actually preferred it before the water, so I think they chose exactly the right proof.
You get more brown caramel and sugar and a little bit more bite with the water added. I like it both ways, actually.
Man, that's
super good.
That's nice.
Yeah, this is what I mean by like a diamond in the rough. Sometimes you have no idea what this whiskey is, where it came from, you've never heard of the brand. And you'll get into it, it's like, oh, damn, that needs to be on every retail shelf in America.
Yeah, this is one of them. Now, it's such a small batch from St. Arnold's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, you're never going to get a chance to try this. This was a gift from Lucas Koricki.
Lucas Koricki, you magnificent bastard!
Lucas, put your correct spelling in the comments if you see this.
Chamberlain's single barrel whiskey. Poland.
Poland.
Ah.
So here's the thing about this. This is not made in Poland.
Okay.
This is made in Scotland.
Yeah.
Made in Scotland, aged and bottled in Poland.
Oh, I got you. So
according to them.
So they sourced some new make from Scotland.
In theory.
Brought it to Poland.
We don't really know.
Okay.
No matter how hard I searched, I couldn't find any information about this whiskey anywhere. So if anybody knows, then put some links below so other people can get a little more info. I'll tell you what I do love. Love the bottle.
With the little stripes there?
Love the bottle.
Right?
The graphic design on this,
yeah,
I just freaking love it. Dude, this is 24 years old. 24.
No, you...
And guess where they put it? This is, to me, really disappointing.
You've already blown my mind.
Guess where they put it?
For you to keep going is a violent act.
Look at this. Way down here so that you don't notice it at all.
Right. So
it says in tiny little print.
That red thing is 24.
Age 24 years.
And then what do?
Single cask.
24 years, single cask, and then they take it to 40%. Well, I know you want to stretch out like something you've invested 24 years into, but oh my god, 40%. You know what that's like? That's like having a prize Kentucky Derby racehorse and then taking him to the... You know, he works in the petting zoo.
Yeah, he works in the thing where he just walks in circles around that train with little kids.
They put toddlers on him.
Yeah.
Damn, 24 years. Okay, so already on the nose, at the 40%, it's taking a deep cut into the flavors that are coming out on the nose here.
Yeah, to me, it's just fruit. It's fruity. It's not floral. It's fruity and sweet.
Fruity and sweet, and I get a little bit of earthiness underneath that.
I get a little bit of the sour note that I get in some malts.
Okay, presents to you as sour, presents to me as a little earthy.
Oh, there's a little bit of pepper that, if it hadn't been watered down so much, might have tasted like something. This tastes like a blended Scotch.
This tastes like a broken heart. I'll tell you why.
It tastes like a blend, like a budget blend.
The fact that this is, maybe they're counting years differently in Scotland. I don't know. I've had a lot of very old whiskeys, and I know no matter what country it's aged in, once you reach a certain point of an age statement, then you're gonna get like this density, this richness of flavor, and whenever you proof it down this much, I get this glimmer that there's a richness to be had, but not at 40%. Because I keep getting hints like there's something magical.
This is what it reminded me of.
A little bit, yeah. What is it?
Now taste it. You're gonna have the same taste experience.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker Black.
Oh my God.
This tastes like Johnny Walker.
And I guarantee you there's not 24-year-old whiskeys in Johnny Walker Black.
It does. It has this flat, no character, no drama. And then at the very end, it gets a little bit ashy.
So go back to the Chamberlains, right? Mm-hmm. Go back to the Chamberlains, and there's some notes in here that aren't stereotypical Scottish whiskey notes. There's not stereotypical, just whiskey in general notes. There's just the tiniest little glimmers of something that feels like it would be unique and exciting and cool, but you reach for it and it's not there. You can't grab on. I keep getting glimmers of just amazingness.
It's sweeter than Johnny Walker Black, and it's less peppery at the end, but it still has that same flat but sweet ending and slight weird ashy notes. That is so weird.
Frustrating is the word I'm going to use, because
I was kind of excited about this one, and now I'm just a little annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad I got to try it.
I'm gonna go back to Herman Marshall.
Have you ever heard of a whiskey this old proofed down this much?
No.
This is probably, this is one of the oldest whiskeys I've had.
And single barrel.
I don't think I've ever had anything...
Now smell that nose again.
I've never had anything...
Pancakes.
40 years old or older. I've had 30-plus-year-old whiskeys, but... What? Okay, what is it?
Yeah, it's going back to the Herman.
To the Herman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Damn.
Was that the last one?
That was the last one.
Really? You're gonna send us out? You're gonna usher us into the weekend? Into the weekend on 24-year-old whisk. What the hell happened here? Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.